Okay, so e-commerce applications. Last time we discussed, the principles of e-commerce, e-commerce, and relationship between, principles and models. And what we discussed is like these topics we discussed, importance and the impact of e-commerce on organization towards the global marketplace, identifying e-commerce threats and identifying e-commerce threats, and then we discuss all these, and then we were on the 17th slide. Yeah, you remember this?
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
And I looked at the recording as well, so we need to go ahead on the 18th slide now.
Okay. Yeah.
So the next session, is based on about 21 slides. Yeah. So I have tried to reduce the, unnecessary or, the lengthy discussions in the today's session. And so we have to cover 21 slides and, and about 20, from the previous session. So e-commerce strategy. Yeah. So obviously you need to take some strategies in order to develop a business. Yeah. In order to increase, or to help e-business work. Yeah. So what are those? Compose an executive summary, identify your goals and objectives, craft a mission statement and value position, target the right customer and markets customer or customers, conduct a situational analysis, develop a pricing and positioning strategy, optimize your distribution and fulfillment plan, create a cross-channel promotion plan, inventory existing marketing assets, construct a conversion strategy, explore joint ventures and partnerships, detail a strategy for increasing orders, deploy a referral strategy. So probably half of them, are self-explanatory, but half of them needs explanation, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So compose an executive summary. Writing an executive summary is both the first and the last step in creating marketing plan. Yeah. So what you have to do, like name suggests, it will summarize, for example, the catalog, align and bring together all other sections in the document, as well as provide you, your employees, your advisors, your potential investors an easy to understand and implement overview. So overall, yeah, whatsoever you have, you should summarize in order to produce a good and e-com business. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if you don't know that, how it will go through, who will be involved, and who would be working, how many employees would be there, even if they are operators, then it's not a good strategy, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. Identify your goals and objectives. Now, this is where you set the stage and paint on a board picture of what your marketing activities would be focused on upcoming year. So goals might include penetrating or creating a market, stealing customers from established competitor. Not good, but you always do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's business, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not if customer is coming to you, yeah, and if you have stolen the customer, it's not a crime and it's not illegal, because the customer is coming to you by their wish. They are paying to you. Yeah. but the terminology is that you steal someone's customer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not quite stealing, is it? But yeah.
Yeah, but indeed somebody, if the customers, are not returning to them, then they would really, do the professional jealousy, and they would blame you that you are trying to steal our customers, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and they would.
And
Well,
indirect, yeah,
in some cases, they'll try to sue you.
yeah, and indirectly, what people do, they steal the customer information from the relevant shops.
Yeah,
For example, somebody there is, for example, if there is, let's say, Clark's, shoes, yeah,
yeah,
or M&S shoes. So whosoever bought, let's say, thousands of shoes from M&S, then if a new company got the email addresses from somewhere, and they try to promote them and with a cheaper price, then definitely they would be stealing their customers.
yeah,
Okay, expand product distribution on or offline. Yeah, so more you can distribute the product, yeah, you will be succeeded. Launch a new product or product line, that would also give you the boost. Scaling existing growth strategies at the enterprise level. So more you would try to expand your business, yeah, that would be, can be your goal and objectives. Yeah,
yeah,
craft a mission statement and value position. This is typically a well developed paragraph that consists on the following: company vision, why are we in business, yeah, what markets do we serve and why? What are the main benefits we offer our customers? What does the company want to be known for? What does the company want to prove the industry, customers, partners? What's the general philosophy for doing business? What product services does the company offer? So if you have these questions, yeah, then you have a good vision. Yeah, you can craft a mission statement and value proposition. If you don't know that, what are the benefits, for example, you offer to the customers, and for example, your sales representative don't know these answers, or your content online on the website, they don't clarify, then obviously you will not have any good, consideration for the potential customers.
no, yeah, I get that.
Company history: when and where was the company founded, yeah, it's most important. Within your mission, you can literally say, for example, if you are not working well and not growing well, and if it is just few months, yeah, then you can say, oh, it's new and you need to wait. And if it's already an old company, it's been online for, let's say, for 1 year, and you are not getting any growth, then you are not doing very well.
No.
How has our product evolved? Yeah. So company history, company vision makes difference uh, to your statement, your mission. Yeah.
Yeah,
Resources and competencies. What what are we good at? That's most important. Are we really good or not? What's special about us compared to current and future competitors? What gives us a competitive advantage? What are our advantages in terms of people, products, finances, technical supply, etc. So overall mission, your mission should be clear. That's an strategy. Yeah.
yeah.
Target the right customers. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Target the right customers and markets. So the target depends on the age, gender, geographic location, income, purchasing power, family status, isn't it?
Yeah,
If you know that who's interested, about their, about their age, gender, and these things, you can better target them. Also, more information about your hobbies, books, movies, website, lifestyle, television shows, magazines, so these are the relevant psychographic profile. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So hobbies, books, movies, website, lifestyles, they are kind of, their interests. Yeah. That what interests they have. Yeah. From their interests, they, provide you the, uh, I mean, they help you to target the items. Like, the, uh, advertisements on the, web pages nowadays you see, they are based on your, these characteristics, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Conduct a situational analysis. This section of your marketing strategy is to provide a snapshot of where everything stands at the time and the plan is presented. So situational analysis, that where do you stand exactly? Yeah. So this section in particular can take a significant amount of the time as it scrutinizes multiple levels of your business, your market, where you stand, how your competitors are doing. So situational analysis regular is important, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, you must have had, the meetings with your managers and, for the improvement in the company, and then you see, they discuss about the current situation, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. We do that quite a bit. We have to do like have to have meetings like at least once a week,
Yeah.
just to go through stuff and make sure we're on target and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Sometimes,
I'm
yeah.
not too keen on meetings though, because you end up with more work.
Yeah, I know, and so I was saying the same word. That's why I interpreted like it's always boring indeed.
Well, yeah, it can be. It can be boring, yeah, but sometimes it's
That,
good because
yeah, the boring in a sense, if you have a situational analysis and if you don't have a new ideas, yeah, and you are again, on the same point, and you don't have a further strategy, then it's always boring. But
yeah, absolutely,
it's, conduct a situational analysis. It's must. It will always give you the advantage.
yeah,
Develop a pricing and positioning strategy. Obviously, uh, pricing is the matter. Yeah. So detail the positioning you desire within your industry and how your pricing will support it. Using information you have collected in your situational analysis, pricing will likely need to be adjusted by distribution. So in with respect to the situational analysis, you try to adjust the pricing, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah,
Because business is always depending on the, price, and price is sometimes proportional to the market.
mhm,
Yeah, not sometime, but always it's proportional to the market. If you have a demand, yeah, then you increase the price, and if you don't have a demand, then you reduce the price. In a sense, for example, if the similar things are being sold by someone else, then obviously you will not be in demand.
yeah,
So create a cross-channel promotion strategy. This section where you will give an overview of overall promotional plan, providing a summary of existing and new channels. Yeah. So whatsoever promotion you are doing, promoting is like, the uh, marketing. How do you promote? You look at always what you have and what you can, adapt any new channel of promotion. For example, if you market via, door to door, then probably, the magazines and the advertisements on the television might be, your new channel. Yeah.
yeah,
Inventory existing marketing assets. Yeah. So promote your content to the current and existing customers, and you should have an inventory that about your website, add creative design talent, and identify what you already have and what's needed to successfully execute the promotion strategies discussed in the previous section. So the cross-channel promotion strategy, yeah, and existing marketing assets, you need to focus that whatever you have, you try to make it good, and in addition, you try to find the new channels.
Okay.
Yeah. So inventory, existing marketing asset means you try to, optimize the existing channels as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because always you need to change the color of your brochure, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you need to you need to change things.
Yeah.
If you keep the same thing all the time, it gets boring.
Yeah. So this number 9 is about the inventory, existing marketing assets, and the previous one was you try to find the alternative channels as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Construct a conversion strategy. Once you get people to your so yours are one of your distributor sites, how do you plan on converting them to paying customers? So are converting a customer, is it clear to you? Do you have any idea?
When you get people to yeah, so basically what you're trying to do is a customer might come to your site
Yeah.
just to have a look around, and then if you can make your website sort of pull them into the website and convert them into someone who's going to pay when in the first place they didn't. They weren't necessarily going to spend any money, then you sort of convince them to spend money.
Yeah. So basically the conversion strategy is like a window customer. We do like a window shopping.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So you motivate someone to become a paying customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you attract in such a way that somebody browsed your website and they really, got attracted, and they couldn't stop them without buying, and leaving the website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Explore joint ventures and partnerships. This is where you identify the agreements you made with other organizations to help reach new customers or better monetize your existing customers. So sometimes, it happens, you leave your brochures at some other, places, and, they recommend you, or they are our partners and you can better, go to them. It happens. Yeah. You must have observed, somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Detail strategy for increasing orders. So strategy increasing orders may be, increased by providing free shipping thresholds. Yeah. Loyalty programs. Loyalty, like, nowadays every store is, giving you the loyalty cards. Have you got any loyalty cards?
Yeah. Oh, I've got a Nectar card.
Yeah, Nectar card. Sometimes, you go to the petrol pumps. Sometimes you go to other shops, and everybody is offering. So there's, the loyalty programs. Product bundling like, buy one get one, buy two, then third one is free, and like making a combination, mix and match, like you go to boats, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a Tesco's card as well.
Yeah. And subscription services, sometimes you like some of the pharmacies, they provide the subscription services, and they continue to be serviced, on some terms and conditions. Yeah. Flash sales, like, 70% off, something like that. Exclusive product releases, savvy discounts, and coupon codes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deploy a referral strategy. Do you know anything about the referral strategy?
No, I don't.
You know anything about the referral?
Oh, yeah, hang on. I think I've worked this out. So if, for example, if you recommend a product or a service or something like that to somebody else, then you will get some sort of discount on your next month's payment or something.
Yeah, not only the discount, but you can get a kind of commission as well.
Yeah.
For example, what they do normally, it's done automated, and like you recommend a 10 friend and you will be entered into lucky draw. Yeah, something like that. And how it happens normally, when you type in a URL, for example, uh, now, for example, a website is a recommend.com, and in the URL, a referral equal to paid. Yeah. So at the time of the submission to the website, yeah, if you send me, for example, this via social media, and you are asking me to join this recommend.com, yeah, then the recommend.com would automatically retrieve the name of the person, for example, Patrick, and the commission would go automatically to Patrick.
Okay. Do you think that'll work? Just press enter, see if that works.
No, I have just randomly, selected the name of the website.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So I don't know that what type of the website this may be, but would definitely be available because this is a popular keyword, and somebody must have, used it. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this way, a referral strategy normally, it happens. I'm not sure, maybe, government funded plans, or somewhere else, you definitely get a commission. You recommend something and you definitely get the commission. You must have, seen certain is, this kind of referrals. Have you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Like even in the, cosmetic and A1 distributors, they do lots of things, these. Now, so strategies we discussed, and assessing e-commerce readiness. E-commerce readiness indicates that the ability of individual or the community to use ICT for online transaction, including payments, buying, selling of different products and services. So e-commerce readiness is that you should be ready to use your computer. You should be ready to do the, good selection, searching, be able to pay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Measuring effectiveness of e-com solution. Now you have the e-com solution, then 6 statistics when measuring the success of your e-com website are: bottom line net profit. Yeah. So bottom line net profit is basically no matter if you increase your sale, yeah, and if you are selling at cheaper price, and if it costs you more on maintaining the inventory, yeah, and the final output is not worth to you, then you would not be doing well. Make sense?
Yeah.
For example, if you are selling a very big empty boxes, yeah, and if you can't fold them, and it costs you more on the storage and the warehouse, then it won't make you a good business. So overall effectiveness depends on the bottom line net profit. You shouldn't be too much happy that you have a too much sale, but no, if you are selling like expensive products, if the quantity is less and if you are making the more margin, then it should be fine. So that's the check and balance between the price and the quantity. Yeah. Conversion rate of the visitors, we discussed earlier that what is the more number of customers you convert into the paying customer, that is one of the measuring effect that you have done well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Engagement of email subscribers. If you send your subscriber an email about the marketing of the new product, and they really got a chance to click on your website, and you should be able to know if your email marketing is working or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cart abandonment rate. Yeah, most of the time what happens, we add the items to buy in a cart, and but sometimes we never pay, and we don't buy the items, and because of the difficulty, and you don't show the good view of their order at some point, isn't it?
Yeah.
So next is, don't let the fish get away once the so this is connected with the cart abandon rate. So if somebody has placed the item in the shopping cart, then they should be taking quickly to check out, and convince them to finalize the order, isn't it?
Yeah, you need them to do that.
Most of the time, you must have, in some of the website won't be showing you that where to continue and where to pay, and some of the website must give you the big buttons. Here is the an option to check out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you notice that why every time this website is asking you to check out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it annoys you, but basically they don't let the fish get away.
And then if you do go away, they email you then later on, don't they? They say, do you realize you've got this in your basket?
True. Yeah, that's true. If you put anything into the basket, and then they send an email, or even eBay does.
Yeah.
You haven't paid for the previous items you placed in the item. Okay. Average value per transaction. So this is also the monetary term, that as I said earlier, that no matter if you have number of transactions, it's fantastic, but it's not always good to give you more profit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like for example, if you are selling the products too many, and you must know the rule that if your sales is overall more than 80,000, I believe, then you are supposed to charge the VAT.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So no matter if you have a very less profit, and and your product is doesn't give you a good amount of profit, then obviously you would be in trouble, and your starting business would be subject for the more regulations, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. So LO2 is done. Now we have 25 minutes to complete the LO3 now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me show you the contents. Yeah. Now, normally LO3 is models used in the small businesses. So evaluate the e-com models that are appropriate for small businesses. Critically compare e-commerce revenue models that can be used by a small business. And their contents are e-com models, e-commerce revenue models, e-marketing techniques, e-marketing strategies, and these things. So basically in e-com, there aren't too many models or strategies well defined, but let me give you a kind of I mean, you will have a difficulty in finding the answer that whether these are the models or classifications. So after doing lots of the search, on the Google, what I found is that like these business to business, business to consumer, business to these things we discussed earlier as well. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. These are basically the classifications.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the writers, they call it models.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But what I found the difference on the same source, that these are the classifications and the models are here. E-com business models are dropshipping, wholesale and warehousing, white labeling, manufacturing, subscription based.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already discussed the classification earlier, and let us have a look on the models now.
Yeah. Okay.
Dropshipping is basically the simplest form of e-commerce. Dropshipping lets you set up a storefront and take the customer's money. Yeah. Rest
Yeah.
is up to your supplier. This frees you from managing inventory, warehouse stock, or dealing with packaging, but there is a major caveat. So most of the time what happens, many websites, they sell directly, but like a Groupon. Have you used the website Groupon ever?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've used that a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember their delivery time?
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yeah, because they do the drop shipping.
Yeah.
But every time you ask them, they say that will be supplied by from our supplier. Yeah. So
Yeah.
literally they don't exist ever. Yeah. They exist, virtually. They are called the drop shipping. It says like you set up a storefront and take the customer's money, and they have contracts with their suppliers, and it's the responsibility of their suppliers to provide them directly the stuff or indirectly. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
basically the one of the e-com model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wholesale and warehousing and wholesaling e-commerce business require a lot of investment at the start. You need to manage inventory in stock, keep track of customers' orders and shipping information, invest in a warehouse space itself. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So whatever the stuff you have to maintain it, you have to sell it, you have to maintain the inventory, stock and everything, and dealing directly with the customers. No matter if they are the further wholesalers or business to business, but whatever you have to manage the everything.
Yeah.
Private labeling and manufacturing. If you have got an idea for the perfect product, but don't have a cash or desire to build your own factory, this might be the right e-commerce business model for you. Companies that manufacture products off-site for sale send the plants or prototypes to a contracted manufacturer who provides the product to meet customer specifications and can either ship directly to the consumer, to the third party such as Amazon, or to the company selling the final product. Can you give me an example of private labeling and manufacturing?
Um.
Let me give you. Have you seen the Alibaba and AliExpress websites?
Yeah.
What happens? They sell the stuff, and they ask you to give the company name, and they would ship the products with their name,
Oh,
with
all right.
your name. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of the time, many cosmetic products, they have a variety of, quality. Yeah. And they would give you pricing, and they would include the labeling as well. Pricing that, okay, if you want the your company take them and they would be providing you.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. So most of the time you must have observed that everything is, made in China.
Yeah, most things, yeah.
Most things, yeah. So even their companies are ready to label like a private labeling and manufacturing, to be honest.
Right, okay.
For example, nowadays a kind of lipstick, yeah. Lipstick you would find lots of brands, and even nowadays, the makeup artist, the popular makeup artist and the bloggers, yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, do you know any name of the blogger or the makeup artist?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. So, for example, what they do after popularity, they quickly, they say we are launching their product, and what they do, obviously, they cannot have the factory here, and they cannot control even the quality, but they contact with the manufacturers, and they do the production with their name, and obviously the quality would be agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a business model. Like, you are a popular blogger and you have, lots of hundreds and millions of, the viewers, and you get the advantage from it.
Yeah.
White labeling. White labeling is similar. You choose a product that is already successful sold by another company. So, for example, the shampoo sold by, let's say Boots, yeah, hair shampoo, or let's say moisturizing cream sold by Boots, for example, yeah, and you said it's a medicated one, and a company is selling you the same product, yeah, and obviously, for example, any moisturizing cream sold by Boots is successful, yeah, and everyone has used it. Then the same product you acquire the manufacturer and you label with your own.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's called the white labeling. White labeling means you are labeling, the an existing product with your name.
Yeah.
Like, what happens? Somebody told me the reality. He was working in the bread company, bread making factory.
Okay, yeah.
So what he said, that the bread was being baked, from the same oven, and it was, packed into the Tesco bags. It was packed into the Asda, bags. It was packed into the, Sainsbury bags, and the same, bag was packed into different bags.
Yeah, I've heard about these things. It's apparently
And obviously, yeah.
So, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so obviously if you are buying the bread from the Asda, then you would find it cheaper. But if you would get the bread, from the Tesco, it would be 5-10p, extra. Yeah. So something like that. So white labeling is basically, it's not the, case that I told you that one product is, sold to different, providers. But when you notice that if you really want to produce the same product, yeah, then you acquire the manufacturer and ask them to put your own label.
Yeah.
Then subscription based e-commerce, then these e-commerce companies rely on a subscription model. You might have seen, if you try to buy anything from Amazon, like if it is spices or anything else, yeah, they give you an option that if you want to subscribe, then the price would be cheaper.
Yeah.
Have you seen this thing, this thing on the Amazon?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. So subscription based e-commerce again give the customers, a kind of relief and through this model, you will have a kind of, an idea that, for example, even if you are a company, if you are a manufacturing company, and you would not know that how many items, minimum, how many minimum orders you would be processing, and probably, for selling, the random quantity, your prices are high. For example, your manufacturing cost is 100 pounds, and if you are selling them, for, let's say, 10%, for example, then, on average, sometime in a month you can have a 10 customers, sometime you can have a 15 customers, and sometime you might have, 5 customers. Then you will have a problem in, production, and obviously it would be, difficult for you to know the demand. But if you say that, you are on subscription, your price will be, let's say, 105 pounds. Like, you make a half, the benefit, the profit.
Okay.
And even trust me, even if you save a single penny in the competitive market with the subscription, you would do.
Okay. I think I've seen people do this on eBay. People do that on eBay, don't they?
No, I mean, for example, if there is a competitive, very, very tough market, too much competition, and if you are an online, store, and, you know that, you have a stock, you have nothing to do, and if you are getting, a 1-2 pence, on the each order, you would still do.
Okay,
because you are sure that, for example, currently if your sale is, let's say, for 100 items, and I mean, if you have unsure sale ranging from 100 to 1,000 items, and you are making 5 pence on each item, then probably you are in on average of, let's say, 20 cents. A cents are, in profit. But if you have a minimum subscription, and you are making the same profit, and you have nothing to do, then, you would still do.
Okay.
So, like, the good example may be the currency exchange.
Okay,
So in currency exchange, they know that, in exchanging the currency, they don't earn, but they keep very small, amount, like, buying the conversion between the dollar and the pound is, let's say, one pound and 37 pence is, selling, and buying is 2 pence less. So subscription based is, gives you less profit but guaranteed, customer.
Okay,
Now, e-com transaction process. So e-com transaction process is normally customer order goes to shopping cart, and payment gateway is contacted, response sent to the payment gateway, response of purchase sent to customer, and payment gateway settles the payment to merchant through the bank. What happens basically that when we place an order, then we submit our, the credit card, and the credit card is normally charged through the payment gateway. So it is the responsibility of the payment gateway to communicate on behalf of customer and, the merchant whom the payment needs to go, and they would verify if the funds are available in the customer, bank account or card, and once done, then they would basically, create a mutual, the agreement between them, and notification goes to the customer, your order has been placed, and a notification to the supplier that the payment has been taken and been sent to your account, and hence the order is completed on the supplier side as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anything goes wrong, then obviously if the payment was not succeeded, then if no payment, then no entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then a little difference between the payment gateway and the payment processor. So the payment gateway would work especially on the credit card, authorization, and because the every customer, every merchant, yeah, every merchant or everyone who has got the website won't be able to take the card details because it's very confidential. Yeah, and they cannot have the authority to take someone's card details unless they are a big company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you take in your company, do you take the payment via card?
For some things we do, yeah. If people are behind with their rent, if they're in arrears, and they've got to catch up, then we do take payments, but normally we don't.
I mean, do you ask them the card details over the phone?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're PCI compliant as well.
Okay, yeah. So a PCI compliance would be the payment gateway again. Yeah, you provide them you enter the details of the card, and the payment gateway would authorize you whether the PCI could charge a card or not.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then next is the payment processor. Do you have an idea of any payment processor?
Is that like the bit where it connects to the bank?
Basically, they are a financial institution. They work in the background to provide all the payment processing services, like PayPal.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they hold the payment. Yeah. Like Gateway, they help to take the payment and immediately send payment to the merchant account, while the payment processor deals individually like an institution. Normally what happens, if it is a gateway, then if you are saying that you are charging the card, it means the payment would directly go from your card to any merchant. Yeah. While in a payment processor, you need to fund the PayPal first. Yeah, and then you should be able to send the money to another PayPal again.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what the PayPal does. So if I pay you through the PayPal, then the money would never go to your bank directly. Would it go?
No, it doesn't. No.
It would go to your PayPal, and then you need to withdraw. So that's basically the payment processor. Yeah.
Okay.
So like PayPal, Skrill, they work in this way.
Yeah.
Then creating an online revenue. Online revenue is normally you do the business, and you get the revenue, but due to the unclear, list of indicative contents, yeah, I have tried to include the revenue models, what I have, got the stuff from the internet, that revenue, you generate revenue now online. Okay. From the different sources, like revenue from subscription access to content. So online e-commerce can give you a revenue based on, for example, range of documents can be accessed for a period of month or typically a year. For example, there is a website which allows you to read the books. There is a website which allows you to, watch the movies. Yeah. So you online, you earn the revenue on the subscription based. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's one, way. Revenue from pay-per-view access to document. Like, IEEE transactions and journals, they give you access to read, one time. The number of times you want to read, that's another, the model. Then cost per thousand, you get the revenue cost per thousand, and the number of thousands, somebody is watching, then you get or charge. Then cost per click, pay per click. Yeah, like, if somebody is clicking on the ads, then they are get paid. Yeah, the ads you see, they work in a way. Revenue from sponsorship of sites, sections or content. Some of the website, you might have seen the free website, they have a kind of commercial content. Yeah. And, they say, oh, continue to site or watch this first, and then they take to you somewhere else. Yeah. They are being, that's called the advertising again. Then affiliate revenue. Affiliate revenue is that, you advertise your websites on your websites, the others content on your website. Yeah. Then role of e-prefix in business sector. So like IE and your I for information, and C for cyber info and these things. So E is for the electronics. Yeah. And mostly for the internet. So let us see the email marketing. The next is just that was a just definition about the E. Yeah, nothing new.
Okay.
Now the last topic is strategies in order to market. How you would market well. Okay. Optimize your site for search. So your website should be good enough that search engine should automatically search your website, your product. Are you clear with this?
I have heard about that before. Yeah.
Like, there shouldn't be any bugs and irrelevant information or unclear or incomplete information in your website. Yeah. So you make it optimized so that, if you have a good brand, then you don't need to pay to the Google to list your website on the top, but automatically, your website should have potential to be visible on the search engine. Yeah. Include reviews on product pages. Yeah. So 84% of people trust online reviews. Yeah. For example, if you are buying a product from the Amazon, and you would read the customer reviews, and if you 84%, your decision would be based on the reviews, that whether you want to buy from the seller or not. Yeah. Obviously, if the reviews would be bad, then you would try to buy any better and expensive item instead of buying that particular brand. Yeah. Use content marketing. Content marketing is try to give more and more contents on the blogs, maybe brochures, booklets, and they would help you, but electronically. Yeah. Magazines, newsletters, guest post. Yeah. You try to on different forums, try to introduce about your product. Yeah. So I won't take more than 2-3 minutes, and we'll finish this. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
Market on social media. Yeah. So normally it used to be free. Yeah. Like Facebook used to show, whatever you have, you used to share. I'm buying, selling this. But nowadays, Facebook is not serving at all, and they are asking you to pay them and create your audience, and sponsored links. You know about it.
Yeah, I remember when it was free.
Yeah, free. Still it is free, but you know the way that the post needs to be served to the your friends and the people who have liked it. They have made some changes. They need to explicitly mark that you want to see all the posts from this page at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Then start email marketing. That's the strategy. Try Google AdWords, like a pay to Google, and they would be uh, displaying your product to the intended audience. Retargeting is basically try to get your existing customers. Yeah, like we discussed that if somebody bought one item, then you give them another advertisement that we also sell this, something like that. You must have seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blogging, create a blog is basically, there are lots of blogging websites. They give you space to create the page, and they are basically search engine friendly. Yeah, your product becomes more popular. Yeah. Do video marketing. Video marketing is like for your every product you try to create a video, and that would become popular, and is an effective way of marketing. Yeah. Affiliate marketing, like we discussed, that you create an affiliate program. Your content should be given to any other website, and somehow you have a kind of partnership. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you clear about the affiliate marketing? That's basically, affiliate marketing is that you do marketing for someone else.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
On commission basis.
Yeah.
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 You do marketing for someone else on a percentage of revenue.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've got that now. I understand.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So LO3 is done. LO2 we revised and completed, and LO1 we did earlier. So I hope that it should be fine at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So I would see you hopefully on Wednesday. Yeah. And would give you the feedback on the database unit, and your information system feedback is also ready to be sent to you. So we'll get back to you soon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll speak to you on Wednesday. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, and bye.
Yep. Cheers. Bye.